Our mind is our most powerful weapon. Learning all the ingredients to build a champion mindset is only going to make them a better individual in society.
You are your own greatest ally or enemy. Awaken the warrior within you. Take charge of your inner kingdom. Welcome to the Warrior Growth Academy podcast.
Welcome to the Warrior Growth Academy podcast, where we build our mental strength to not just survive, but to thrive in this life. One of the key elements, if not maybe the literal foundation of thriving, is the mindset we have. And today, we have the best person on the whole planet with us. She has won in multiple disciplines world champion titles. And today, we're going to see what it takes to build a champion's mindset. Fredia Gibbs, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me, Jaku. I'm so excited to be here, a part of the Warrior Growth Academy podcast. That's what's up.
This is incredible. We're starting something beautiful, but that thing aside, let's first assess. And I want to understand actually, because ever since I started talking with you and when I saw you going and when I heard you today doing your class, you have incredible energy that obviously is not just coffee or Red Bulls. What drives you?
Well, you said energy.
Yeah.
First of all of us are nothing but a burst of energy with a coat on us. You understand? That's where activating the power within. And that's what I do. I activate the power within. That's one of the things that drives me. You got to keep in mind, I was raised by very positive. My grandmother was very positive. She always saw the positive in people. And that's starting with the mindset, having a positive mindset and seeing the good in the people. And she just taught me to, have a positive mindset and always see the good in people. You dig?
That's beautiful. So basically, if I rephrase it in another way, is this kind of joy and excitement of life and of people and of your surroundings, because this is basically, you see the good in people. So just to understand, and also mainly for people to understand, what's your journey? What got you to become with all those world titles, and what got you to become the person and the woman you are today?
That's funny that you ask, and that's a very good question. How did a little poor black girl who thought about committing suicide, who was bullied a lot, who lacked confidence, become the most dangerous woman in the world?
That's what we
a
want to
very
know.
good question. And that took a lot of practice, training, building self-confidence, building self-esteem. You know what I mean? Working, building a winning team, working with my Quiet Storm martial art team, which was nothing but a bunch of lethal men who come together, lawyers, doctors, engineers, judges, and came together and practiced combat. You dig? I happened to be a part of that there. And I didn't know what I was a part of, but I happened to be in the right place at the right time where they taught me how to build self-confidence. And once they taught me how to build self-confidence and what self-confidence is, having no doubt in yourself and your skills and believing in who you are, once they taught me that, combined with, me practicing all these kicks and punches and jabs and literally throwing 10,000 jabs, literally throwing 10,000 front kicks. Once I've practiced that over and over again and that combined, the rest was history.
Was there a moment where something clicked and you went on this path of becoming?
Yeah, well, I was bullied a lot. That's how it all started. When I was a kid, I was bullied a lot, lacked self-confidence, but I was extremely intelligent. So that's how it all started. And it got to the point where, family, my mom got tired of me being chased home from school. And, I thought about, like I said, hurting myself because I got tired of going to school and being intimidated and threatened my life. And my uncle came along. I'll never forget this day as long as I live, man. He came along and put his hand on my shoulder and we was walking along. He says, "So I hear you don't want to go to school anymore." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Well, look, you can't continue to run all your life, Fredia. You dig?" He said, "Listen, what I want to do, I want to teach you self-confidence." You dig?
How old were you at that time?
I was like 10, 11 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. He said, I want to teach you self-confidence, and I want to teach you self-esteem. I said, okay. He said, and I asked, well, what does self-confidence mean? What does self-esteem mean? I'm just a little girl. What does
Yeah.
that mean if you won't teach me, you know? So he explained to me, no doubt, you know, believing in yourself, blah, 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 you know, realizing that you're valuable. Then he said, and also I want to teach you how to fight. And I was like, nah, man, nah, I don't want to learn. I don't want to learn how to fight. I don't want to fight. He said, no, this is not about us, you fighting. This is about us rebuilding your self-confidence. You know, so that's how it all started, man. You know?
What was one of the hardest moments maybe you had on your path after the kind of the genesis and what built up all the bullying at school, but later on, even when maybe you were already at the top of the world at a certain point and sense, what was a tough moment that you even more had to find more power and more confidence and more persistence within you?
Well, there were several tough moments in my life because, like I said, you know, if adversity doesn't come our way, then that's going to be a problem. Just like my mom used to always say, if you ain't got no enemies, go out there and find you some. You understand? But one of them in particular is when I went to a domino game
Okay.
in Inglewood.
Okay.
Okay, and I took this ride with this guy who had me trapped in his van. That was one of my biggest moments, where it was fight or die. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to do. Obviously, I fought and I won, but that was one of my biggest turning points because mentally I had to turn on my survival mindset and fighting skills. You dig? I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to let this man rape me. That makes sense? Yeah. Is that a little bit too much?
No, it's not.
Huh?
No.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool.
We keep it real. And I
Yeah.
mean, this is part of life and this is part of your journey.
So that was one of the toughest parts. And the whole fight itself in the van itself was a very traumatic experience for me. But I feel like I was ready. Now I look back at it in retrospect, mentally I was ready for it because of the training that I had with my uncle in Quiet Storm Martial Arts School, which I said was nothing but a bunch of men.
Yeah.
Lawyers, doctors, judges, engineers, you know what I mean, etc.
Yeah.
So by training with them with such intensity, the experience that I had in the van, it was intense and it was different. And I wasn't terrified, but it made me realize that this is real. That makes sense? And I
Yeah.
got to get that key to get out of here. You understand? Or else I'm going to be 101. You dig? So we fought. And I'll never forget, he went to tackle me. You know, because what I did, I chopped his legs down. You dig? I chopped him down. Because, you know, Muay Thai kickboxing, our legs are like an axe.
Yeah.
You know, so I chopped one of his legs down. And when I saw fear in his eyes, I knew I had him. It was just a matter of timing. But anyway, so that was one of my toughest moments.
I'm glad you came out winner out of this situation too.
Man, me too, bro. Me too, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jaku. I am too. Thank you.
So in the class that you created for the Warrior Growth Academy podcast, how to build a champion mindset,
Right.
why do you think someone who's not an athlete, you know, so a regular person, why should they build a champion mindset, that strength in their mind? Do they need it on a daily basis?
We all do. You know, our mind is our most powerful weapon. Learning all the ingredients to building a champion mindset is only going to make them a better individual in society. You know what I mean? And it's all about elevating in life. You know, it's about winning. And that's the importance of having a champion mindset, is having those ingredients to win. And everybody needs to learn how to win in life.
Absolutely.
You agree?
I think the beauty, when you win, you get satisfaction.
For sure.
Right? You get obviously a
Right.
shot of dopamine, you're happy, you're proud of yourself.
Right.
So obviously by feeling more good about yourself, it builds your self-confidence. So it's kind of like a virtuous cycle, right? That
Exactly.
is created. So it actually makes total sense that whatever you're doing, you're a graphic designer, you're a painter, you're an artist, you're an athlete, becoming a champion in your mind, right? It doesn't matter about if you're getting medals, but becoming a champion in your mind will be a great kind of initiator, or just kind of the fuel that will make that virtuous cycle go round.
Exactly.
Right? And I love it because in one of the principles, we're not going to get into the whole thing because there's a bunch, but in one of the principles, you mentioned the importance of your environment, right? And your circle. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, well, you want, in order to maintain a champion mindset, you have to surround yourself around winners. You have to surround yourself around positive people.
Yeah.
You have to surround yourself around people who are going to challenge you and make you become a better version of you. And that even includes in our environment, well, whatever environment is, we just have to, be in the right place at the right time with the right people in order to do the right things, in order to make ourselves better individuals in this life. Because that's what life is all about. We all have our own journey. We all have our own race to run. We all have our own race to win.
Yeah.
Okay, the techniques in these champion mindset classes, this juice that I'm flaring out to you guys, that's what it's going to provide you with winning techniques on how to survive in life. You dig? And become a winner.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What you thinking?
I love it. I love it. I just want to get up and box in the air, I love it. As soon as we met, and actually, no, I just want to add on that concept of the circle, because I think it's beautiful, because I think within 5 minutes when we first talked, we didn't know each other. And when we talked, I think within the first few minutes, we were, in a way, speaking the same language. We felt, even on the phone, the energy was there. You felt about the project that it was aligned with who you are. It's not, it wasn't a business deal just as another business deal. This is a mission, right? This is because we truly believe this is what we want to spread in the world. Your message, your class is coming straight from your heart, right? It's not a logical thing. You didn't read books about champion mindset and you just put together concepts from Bruce Lee and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jackie Chan, right? This is your formula, your elements coming from your heart, as you would tell someone you love.
Right. It's
right?
all coming from personal experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So this is beautiful. And we were speaking, coming back now to my other point, we were speaking about all the different techniques, right, that you kind of combined. What is your process? Because I think this is something that applies in life too. What is your process of, for example, going from one, style, right, Taekwondo, to something different, to something different?
That's a good question. There's a process in everything that we do in life. There's a beginning, middle, and end. My process started in martial arts and Taekwondo. I went as high as I can go. But during the time that I was there, I competed against the best. You understand? I competed against the best. Yes, in the beginning, I lost a few. But I had to go back to the drawing board and figure things out. Reset, adapt, and come back and attack again. Okay? And I didn't run the same plays when I came back to attack. That makes sense? And that's what gave me the opportunity to win the second time around when I did lose the first time around. Okay? But the process is to understand that you got to have a major support system. That's very, very important in life when you are you're fighting here, and you got to understand that life is going to throw curveballs your way, and you got to be ready. I tell people the champion mindset is first, keep God first, okay? Protect yourself at all times. Don't talk about it, be about it. If you don't know, ask somebody. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. More importantly, make sure you hang with winners, not losers, okay? You hear me? Never bite the hand that feeds you unless the hand that feeds you bites you. More importantly, leave with your hands raised. That's what the main ingredient and juices are all about in life. But you also got to understand about rejection. All these things, negative things, come with becoming having a champion mindset. You're going to experience a lot of rejection. You're going to experience a lot of distraction. You're going to experience adversity. You're going to experience people telling you can't do it. But it's our mind. It's my mind. It's your mind. You allow what to go into your mind, what you want to go into it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You don't have to allow no negativity to go into your mind. You can block it out. Practice it, and it become an art.
Yeah. And just to perfectly actually illustrate it, the power of the mind, obviously we're speaking mainly about the mind, is the one time you were telling me your brother was next to the ring while you were fighting.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Okay. Tell me what happened in your words.
Yeah, I'll never forget this here. We was in St. Petersburg, Florida, at this international karate tournament here, and it was a big one. And I was competing against this girl from Puerto Rico, and she was the reigning champ, 3-time champion. And it was like 1-1, 2-2 with us or something like that there. And I'll never forget my brother saying something about my mom. And when he said something about my mom, it triggered something in me. You know what I mean? And then when I went to attack her, it was just like boom, 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 and then I won. You know what I mean? So, it goes back to all you need is somebody just to wake up that, turn on the light switch on that one little ingredient that's laying dormant within us. And it's amazing how we immediately rise.
It's amazing.
You know what I mean?
I think how famously people say that we use 10% of our brain. I think we don't even on average reach 10% of our potential as human beings.
I agree.
Right? But as soon as you start kind of putting all those pieces of the puzzle together, right? One of the sudden, you're cultivating a more positive mindset. Your circle around you becomes more a circle of winners. Your environment, what you do, you take action, you dream big. So you push yourself even to be uncomfortable. When I had some visions for the Warrior Growth Academy, some of those visions at some point got me uncomfortable. It was so big.
I got you.
Because I'm like, oh, damn, that's a big responsibility.
Right.
I don't know if I can make it.
Right.
But then, as soon as all those things come together and you start seeing, it starts to be something that is just energy. As you were saying before, it's magical. It's within you. It's fire. It's beautiful. So question, you obviously are at the end of your fighting career world, tournaments.
Right.
What is your mission now? Like I get the feeling you just got started.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Right,
If I didn't know you were 60 years old, and I would, for example, just meet you, I would be like, yo, she's straight out of a high school, about to become world champion.
Right,
but you're like,
right.
yeah, that's
Appreciate
behind
the confidence.
me.
Yeah, that's behind me. Basically saving souls. That's something that I love doing and I enjoy doing. How do we save souls? By letting them know that there's a light that exists with them. How do we save souls? By knowing and teaching them that there is a winning mindset. How do we save souls? By these classes that we have here today. You understand? We're going to wake up a whole lot of souls. That's what I'm doing now, training them. You know what I mean? Martial arts, kickboxing, it don't matter, doing short films, just waking up a whole lot of souls and introducing them to new things and throughout the process of life.
Is there a book that changed your life or that really touched you or inspired you?
Experience has been my real inspiration. That's the real teacher in life, real life experience.
Is there a conversation that changed you or moved you or pushed you?
Yeah, I've had many conversations with many elders before. Let's see one that really stands out. Let's see here. Well, one that really stands out is what's the use of conquering the world if you're going to lose your soul? You understand? So a lot of people have taken the shortcut to accomplishing their goals, and they've learned that the shortcut is not the right way. I feel like I've taken the long way, and as a result of taking the long way, we are now able to introduce the Warrior Growth Academy classes to, individuals in order to save their souls, to wake them up, teach them how to become, or be that champion mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you thinking, Chad? What you thinking?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Listen, Fredia, it's
champ.
been a long day.
Every
We
day.
got more work to do.
Sure.
I truly appreciate you coming on board. I appreciate you sitting right here having this conversation. I appreciate you accepting the invitation. Make sure to check out how to build a champion mindset. This class is unlike any other. You will literally learn how to build a mindset that will push you in life to your greatest potential. This is not me selling some marketing cheesy stuff. This is coming from the heart. I've been behind the camera. Every 10 minutes, me and the whole crew was getting up from the chair because it was so powerful. So make sure to check it out. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast to not miss those amazing conversations. I'll see you at the next one.